Neill, 6 points makes everything feel so much better, but we can't pat ourselves on the back too much time because we've got a big challenge tomorrow against Partick Thistle. But how are you feeling?
No, it's been good. It's obviously helped last weekend. Winning on Friday night sets you up for the weekend a lot better. And then we've had a great week's training. And I think, like you said, straight back to work. I think, being professional is dealing with the setbacks, but it's also dealing with that little bit of success in terms of a couple of back-to-back wins. But we're nowhere near where we want to be. So we've got a tough opponent tomorrow who have equally been on a good run. We need to go there and be our best to get anything tomorrow.
You look back at Friday night and you're saying, that Livingston disappointment felt like an eternity ago, and then we've got that really tough game and well thought out result against Airdrie. Not a great performance on the eye, but something that was much needed, and then turning it on. It was great from a fan's point of view to see that we could roll up the sleeves and do the difficult hard graft, but also on Friday night really play that silky football and show the performances we've been able to put on.
Yeah, and I think something that's maybe went under the radar, because obviously we look a lot at results and winning, but the team have done a great job of limiting these teams to very, very little. Even Queen's Park here, Livingston away, that we limited good sides to literally nothing in front of our goal. And then you see against there, creating chances, look a threat. That's what we want to do. So no, we've definitely shown both sides, and we'll need to continue to show both sides, and none more so than away for Hill tomorrow against a team I think only conceded 7 goals, the best defensive record in the league. So that kind of tells you the task that we've got ahead, but one that the boys, as I say, they've prepared very well for.
Absolutely. I mean, from your own perspective then, coming in, we've talked a lot on camera and talking off camera and things, and we've talked about the disappointment of not being able to get the results but seeing the performances, and we look at the stats, you look at the data, and you see even the numbers from Friday night, what the players did, the shifts that they put in. You can see that, and you can see that we're going in the right direction, but how difficult has it been to just stick with that instead of hitting the panic button?
Yeah, it's always difficult because you've got to analyse, you've got to question. When you don't get results, you've got to not overanalyse. You've got to stick, like you have more shots than the opposition, you create more chances than the opposition, you spend more time in your hat. All these things you've got to think, if we're doing that, it's going to start paying off. If you're doing the things that the top teams in this division are doing, and you're doing them regularly, you've got to think that the results will follow, and I'm a big believer in that. But you've also still got to look at what can we do to keep aiding that, and as I say, the players have done a good job, the staff have done a good job, keep working hard, and we're going to have to continue to do that after every game. What do we do well, what do we need to do better, and as I say, the players have been well bought into that.
I mean, you look at the stats and the data from Friday night alone, and you wouldn't think that we'd played a game on the Tuesday and had a game on the Saturday. It was quite remarkable. Is that down to a difference in training to get those fitness levels out, managing the squad a little bit more, or just having that desire for the players to go on and just really put the effort in?
Yeah, the players have first and foremost got to take loads of credit, because you play 3 games and it shows you what they're capable of. 3 games, yep, it's a challenge, but you train right, you prepare right, you can go out and you can put in a lot. And again, it's the prerequisite, isn't it, to play for any football club? But it's the one that we are saying that you need to run. You need to show the desire to run back, run forward, tackle, compete, and they've definitely shown that. The players, that's never been in question. But after 3 games, I think the staff should take credit in terms of Matt. He's really good at his job. He looks after the players, he prepares them. And we have changed training slightly, we have changed our schedule slightly so that we can try and get the players. If you want to play a certain way, you need to train a certain way, and we've been doing that, and hopefully over time we can continue to see the rewards of that. But a lot of Friday night was definitely just about showing ourselves on the front foot and that willingness to do it, and the players definitely showed that.
Absolutely. One slight concern was Callum Smith going off just at half time there. Is there any update on his well-being and how he's getting on?
Yeah, I think we're waiting on one more kind of appointment before we're able to, but I think we all can see that it was a sore one for Callum. It looks like it might be a long-term one, but we'll wait for the final confirmation. And right now everyone's just, I think, supporting Callum, because he's been such a fantastic person around the place, and his performance on Friday was someone that had waited patiently for that, and he was really trying to take it with both hands. So the only dampener really on Friday was that, and just the unfortunate side of football that sometimes like players pick up injuries, but we'll support them behind the scenes, and we'll see, get confirmation next week exactly what that looks like.
Okay. On the subject of your squad and managing your squad, how important is it to keep everybody, how do you do it? How do you keep everybody happy when there's a lot of change going on? We went from a sort of back four to a back three from Tuesday to Friday night, and there's guys that need to wait for their time. Is that something that you speak to the players often about? Is it something that's part of your management style?
Yeah, I can't keep them all happy. It's just impossible. What I can only do is try to treat them all with respect and speak to them, and that's the big thing that I understand as a player. You always feel the value of, if you get picked, the manager values. If you don't get picked, the manager doesn't, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Ultimately, you can only pick 11. The biggest thing try to do is speak to them, communicate with them regularly, work with them. Everyone's seen that they've been getting opportunities. I think everyone's played, everyone's had chances, and just sometimes got to be patient. And I think that's what really shone through this week for me. Come off the back of 2 wins, come in, everyone's competing. Monday, the boys were at it. The players that have played were at it. The players that haven't played were at it, and that's what it's got to be. Competition training should be really competitive, really tough. And then, as I say, it's up to me to try and make the tough decisions. But the players need to know that I'll always make the decisions that I think are going to give us the best chance of winning, and it's quite simple as that. But work with them to help them get back in the team.
Absolutely. Well, we have got that challenge of Partick Thistle tomorrow then, so you've already said about how difficult this league is, but what are we expecting from Partick, and what are we going to be looking at to be up for the battle?
Yeah, a really good side. Looking at them in terms of just some of the quality and experience they've got. I mean, Brian Graham, I think, is well known to everyone, still scoring goals, still leading the line. Robinson supporting them, from deeper. I could go through their team. Very, very good balanced squad for this level, and someone that's going to be competing right at the top. I think it's about us doing the things that we've done really well, and just giving ourselves a chance away from home. Hopefully, keeping 11 men on the pitch would be a big start, and that's not anything against the lad. That's just, if we do that, that'll be a long way to helping us.
Well, fingers crossed and all the very best. Cheers.
Cheers, Graham. Thank you.